call this just the law of movement exercise that you can do if you choose to do it every day. And it says move every movable joint every way that it'll move until tiredness develops. We also know that it says if pain develops in a joint during movement, do not continue to move it past the point of pain, and then eventually and gradually it will diminish. So we're going to start with the jaw. You're going to open and close the jaw. You're going to move the jaw side to side, and you're going to move it comfortably, and you're going to stop once a level of tiredness appears. You're the judge of your own movement. You might even yawn, getting the fatigue out of it.
Oh, that's from watching those
You
movies
talk as
late
much
at
as
night.
me. And when you start going, I'm kind of tired of doing it, then that's it. So you would do that until you get tiredness of it, or however you want to move it, in and out, around. Try that, try around like a clock. In and out, jut your chin out and in. Just don't film that part. All right, so what's the next one?
Shoulders.
All right, shoulders. So you have movements, and you can take whatever pace you want. You've got little shrugs backwards. You can hear the crunchies. If you're, some of you won't know because you're not old enough to feel crunchies. But and then you got little shoulder movements forward, and you're just going to move. This one feels great. This one to me is just massaging, moving forward and backwards. And if you want to make it a little more complicated, remember in school when we used to do the little circles? So let's do little circles. You know, remember in elementary, and they taught all this stuff. They taught us how to brush our teeth. They taught us how to move. We forgot. Okay, now backwards, little circles. If you don't have, if it hurts you, you can bend your arms and do the circles. Find a way, and if it hurts to go high, then go low. Just move the joint, every movable joint in every way. Oh, it's already getting fatigued there. Okay. Now, here's another one. You know what? Move the shoulders front and back. You're just moving them. Yep. Glenda's added one. She's super flexible, so she's doing stuff like this. You can do them like this. So that's wrist and arm. You create your own game, whatever you think you want to do. Play it to music. Focus on the joint itself if you don't want music. I seem like one of those yoga ladies. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, what's next?
Elbows.
Okay, elbows. This one seems a little bit easy, but some people, you know, turn it upside down and move them. You know, stretch your arms out and move them. You can even do, this is kind of incorporating several. What will happen is when the doctor that taught us this, he incorporates many movements at once. So he's moving every joint.
Yeah.
You know, you can have fun as you advance. I know I'm not trying to make it advance now, but have fun with it. Okay, what's the next joint?
Fingers.
Fingers. I like this one. So you can move them. Probably not pop your knuckles, but anyway. You can do this. This kind of gets fingers and wrists. You can spread your fingers out, bring them in. Out, in. This is a really good one for people that type a lot and do a lot of phone and TikToking and social media. This one right here. And then you can even make like a claw and open them up. I'm making this up. You just move every joint however you want to create it. All right? What's the next one?
Knees.
Okay. Balance-wise, you might want to hold on to something, some of us, but we could do the squat where you could just gently squat and come up. You can do ballerina squats. You can do one-legged squats, like a little lunge. If you hurt, then remember, don't go past the pain and just keep You can even though this is hip, you could do stuff, you can get multiple joints. The goal is, when you do this, is even if you don't have the book, you're trying to move every movable joint.
Every
Okay?
day.
Oh, here's a really good one, I almost forgot. Probably one I need to work on.
Hip flexor.
Oh, we didn't say hip yet.
No.
So that's, the knee only goes forward and back.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
simple,
right.
it's a simple one. What's next?
Feet.
Oh, feet, okay. So, on your feet, you don't have to take your shoes off, but you could curl your toe, point your toe and bring it up. Point your toe and bring it up. Spread the toes,
Yep.
put them together. Roll, and then since we have feet, let's do ankles with feet. Roll the ankles clockwise. This one's actually interesting. You don't realize how jacked up one of your feet are until you realize, why can't I move? I had no idea that I was restricted that way because I didn't have pain in it. But if you move your joint every day, and at the same time you can incorporate, hip, knee, foot. Hip, knee, foot. You can just make up your own, you can march, and now you're getting hip, knee, foot.
And toes.
I'm gonna go ahead and, since hips, you got internal, you can do them any way you want. You can be on your knees and move them in and out. That's already getting tired. It tells me, it's a feedback that tells me what I have not been working on. And I hear a click. So a click means you're not moving that, you haven't not been moving that joint. What's next?
Sounds like popcorn over there.
Chest.
Chest, okay.
Deep breathing.
Deep breathing. So from our diaphragm, deep breath. And out. Now be careful if you get dizzy, you might hold on to something because you get too much air that you hadn't used to getting. You can even hold it for a second or two and let it out. We're just moving all the ribs, the sternum, the chest. Then open your chest and breathe. If you stretch your arms out like this and breathe, you get so much more air. And out. But if you curl your back and try to breathe, that's all you get. So hence why sitting takes our breath. So that opens up, and you can even open up your chest and close the chest. Remember we used to have this thing where they called cat and camel, where
Cat
you
and
arch
cow.
your back and then you do all these. This is spine actually, but what's next?
Wrist, then ankles.
Okay, so we had wrist and ankles. You can just do wrists, clockwise, counterclockwise, up like a motorcycle. You can do them alternate. And you can really get into it, do the fingers. You can open all of that. The doctor showed us this, does it all in about 6 minutes. Moves every joint. We did ankles. Spine, right?
Fine.
So spine, gentle stuff here. You could just gently roll your neck one direction until it, then roll it the other direction until you feel the fatigue. If it hurts, be careful, don't go too fast. They're side to side. You hear little crunchies? There's front to back.
And then to roll the vertebrae all the way down.
And then you can roll your back. You can lean and
Yep.
stretch your back. You can also extend.
Yep.
You can lean and extend, and you can just do this until you go, you know what, I'm a little bit tired. And if anything left.
I think that's it.
So you just, those of you, can you do your ears? I'm kidding. They're not joints.
Eyebrows?
Every day, if you just did that, you would be beginning to follow the laws of movement. Okay? Eyes. Look left. Look right. Now these aren't joints, but left,
Eyes are important.
right,
Eye
up, keeping your head level, down. What my wife's really good at, roll your eye, roll your
Ah.
eyes.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Anybody else think of anything? You create your own.
Yes.
There's no right. But now we did a mental inventory. How do you feel?